Good morning, traders. This is a live trade recap. I took 2 trades this morning. I have them all on video. We're going to go over everything right now. If you like this sort of thing, hit the like button. If you like to see these videos daily, hit subscribe. If you're only interested in intraday trading and not pre-market trading, don't worry. May is right around the corner, and I'm going to be doing a lot of test trading in May every single day. At least that's the plan. And I'll be recording all of my trades, win or lose, and share everything that I learned throughout the month, including my plan. So check that out. And as always, I start with Webull on the pre-markets tab. I select top gainers, pre-market, click on all, organized by volume. I'm only interested in the top 3 stocks organized by volume. So OCGN was number 1 at the time. Right now it's like 1048. We're in the intraday part of the trading day. But and during the pre-market, OCGN was number 1 and MICT was number 2. And that's it. The number 3, I think, was Carnival Cruise Line, CCL, which is a larger float stock, so I wasn't interested. All right, let's get to the video. So here we go. OCGN, you can see that I marked out the high of the previous day. So the price right now is trading below that, so I can't look for an entry until the price breaks through that level. And then MICT, here is the previous high right here. I didn't even put a line out, but it was obviously gapping up, trading way above the previous high, and all this volume came in on the second candle of the pre-market open. So it was looking good. It was looking promising, and now I just need to wait for the first pullback to finish, and then I can enter for the break of the first 1-minute candle. So I trade the ABCD pattern, and I'm defining this as point A, this is B, and now we're waiting for C to finish. So I'm fast forwarding here a little bit. So it's almost more of a consolidation than a pullback. But right here, so the high of this candle that I'm hovering over right now is 197. So I need to see 198 or better to enter into a trade, to trigger my hotkeys to buy. So as soon as I see 198 over here, which happens pretty quickly here, there we go, 198, I triggered my hotkeys. So the stop loss is the low of the previous candle. I had that positions widget up from another video that I was making. I don't normally use that while I'm trading, so that's why I removed it. So here I'm using my 2-hour calculator, which you can download for free on the Facebook trading group page by the same name as the YouTube channel, Trading Armor. So that gives me my profit target of $2.12. So that's a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. That way, theoretically, I could lose 2 trades, win 1, and the 1 will make up for the 2 losses. So, and then I always put out, if I have time, I put out lines to mark where my profit target and stop loss are, because this is during the pre-market. You can't use bracket orders, so you kind of have to work them manually with the hotkeys. At least the stop loss side of things I use my hotkeys for, and the profit target I always use a limit order. That way if the price kind of jumps up there very quickly and just taps it, I get filled, because sometimes that happens. It taps your profit target and then it comes back down and it would stop you out. So this way you don't miss the opportunity to get out of the trade at your profit target. And you can see what happened here. This thing started to really run up. It's looking very promising. You know, I'm thinking, okay, this trade's going to work out. Finally got some energy back into the pre-market, just like in March, and really the last like 6 months or so. I've been trading like this, and I've been profitable. So I started this plan toward the end of October, and of course it's evolved since then, but it's the same basic idea, this pre-market trading, looking for these top gainers by volume, and looking for the same setup. And I've been profitable every single month since November up until now. This is the first red month I've had trading like this. So you might think it's weird. Why do I keep trading the same way every day and I've been losing all month? It's because I've been doing this for like 6 months now and being green every month. So, and I'm also, so there I get stopped out. I'm also collecting data to give me more of a signal as to whether or not to look for trades. I'm trying to at least compile data that can give me a signal. And I'll show you what I'm talking about at the end when we look at the spreadsheet. So there I got stopped out, got filled exactly where I wanted to. My stop loss was $1.91, And as soon as it got hit, no hesitation, I stopped out. I didn't care that this thing, got so close to my profit target. I didn't hold and hope and think, oh, this is such a great setup, it's got to work out. This is just a fake breakdown. Let me hold it and see what happens, or average down. That's just not a good idea. It's so much easier to take these small losses, these calculated losses, and then you can get back in on the next entry and hopefully it'll work out. And if not, you stop out again and for another small loss. But this way you're not holding some huge position, with a high average, because when you average down, it doesn't really help that much because you still have that initial entry screwing up your average. So my plan says that I have to enter for the next break of a 1 minute candle. So that's what I'm looking for right now. So here the high is 194. So 195 would be my ideal entry. And we don't see it on this candle yet, but watch this. This has been happening. This happens with Webull. It might happen with other platforms. I'm not sure. You can see that little topping tail popped up there at the end after the candle was formed. So I actually would have been triggered to get in. So I was thinking about putting out a limit order to get in, but then the price came down and it was getting so close to my stop, I decided to wait because now the trade doesn't make a lot of sense anymore. And then it actually, if I was in that trade, I would have been stopped out there too. So that would have been a second loss in a row, but a small loss. And I can take up to 3 trades in the pre-market. So again, my plan and my strategy says on the next entry, I have to take a position. So the next entry is when a 1 minute candle makes a new high. So right now we're looking for, I believe, 191 because the high of this candle is 190. And then this is such a small candle here, I decided to treat this like a consolidation area and use this as the stop loss. Well, the low of this candle, so if it comes down below that 186, that would be my stop loss. So, and there, this candle pops up. I'm trying to catch these live, but this video is so long, it's really hard to scroll right to where the entries happen. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, we should be really close here. So it happens on the next 1 minute candle, which is just around the corner there, 190, and that's it. Yeah, so I got in for 190 there because once this candle starts forming, my entry now is for the break of this high. So I believe this one was 188. So I was looking for 189. As soon as I saw 190, I triggered my hotkeys to get in. I got filled at 192 because a lot of people were buying there. A lot of volume came in. And that's usually a good thing. That's a sign that you're in a winning trade because you want to get in with a lot of other buyers. More often than not, when that happens, the trade works out. But this is April and everything, nothing works anymore this month. So we'll see if this trade worked. So let me fast forward. So check this out. This is my last trade of the day. Look how long this video is. But once I'm in a trade, my strategy and my plan says that I have to ride it out as long as the price is between my stop and my profit target, no matter what. I can't scale out. I can't stop out early. None of that stuff. So right now it's about 4:20 a.m. That's about when this trade started. I'm just going to scroll on through. And you can see a few times it popped up above my entry. And then I had to remove my profit target because it's coming down against me. It's tapping my stop loss line, but remember, it has to break that line to stop me out. So these are all the bottoms of these candles are all at 187, and I need to see 186 to stop out. There's plenty of times where prices come down and tap that line and then gone up and hit my profit target. So that's no excuse to exit early. And I'm not allowed to exit early based on my plan and my strategy. If I do, that's a rule that I've broken, and I'm not allowed to trade for the rest of the month. So not that there's that much of the month left, but regardless, it's just a good habit. Should always trade the same way every day, no matter what. Otherwise, you don't know if what you're doing is working or not. So I'm just going to fast forward through this. So you can see that volume, this is still the number 2 stock organized by volume on that top gainers list. The thing is you don't know when the volume is going to come and go, and most of the volume came in the first 30 minutes. About 75% of the volume came in the first 30 minutes, and then the volume kind of dwindled after that. But a lot of times what you'll see with these stocks is the volume comes in really strong. Then, there's a bit of a sell-off or a pullback, and then people just kind of waiting by the sidelines, but they're still watching this thing, waiting for the opportunity to get in. And then all of a sudden, the volume flushes back in, pushes the price up to your profit target. So I wasn't too worried initially when the volume dwindled, but at this point, it was getting pretty hopeless. But again, I just have to follow my plan and my strategy, so I can't do anything about it. I would never enter a trade, if the chart looked like this, but I'm already into this trade. So at that point, I am stuck and I just need to wait. So here I was kind of checking the volume out on the candles. Let's see if I can get to that part of the video. As when these videos are long, it's very hard to, there we go. So I just restarted Webull because I was trying to get it to update the top gainer screener, because I wanted to show you, because I have it updated on my laptop, but once I have Webull open on my desktop, I generally don't I only restart it once. My laptop, I restart it multiple times so that this list refresh, because if you just leave it open, it won't refresh. It will update the stocks that are up there, but it won't bring in the new stocks that are coming in. I don't know why, but that's just the way it works. So you have to keep on shutting down and restarting Webull. But here, I just was showing you that MICT is still the number 2 volume traded stock in the pre-market. It's now 531. I'm still in this trade. There's almost 500,000 shares being traded, but about 380,000 of those shares came in in the first 30 minutes. So now, once again, my feeling now was maybe there will be hope, at 6 a.m. or whatever, the volume will come in and push it up. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, I can't do anything unless it hits my stop or my profit target. But these are the things, I'm thinking, maybe I'll get saved. Maybe this trade will work out. Or really one of two things. I wasn't being silly about it. I did realize that the opposite could happen as well. And really, at this point, either outcome was fine with me, because I just wanted out of this trade. Because even if it worked out, it really wasn't worth sitting here this whole time to be in this trade. But again, it's a matter of exercising discipline. And the only thing that would make me exit early is if I had something that I had to attend to that forced me away from the desktop. Because in the pre-market, you have to watch the trades. That's the other nice thing about trading intraday, which, like I said, I'll be doing a lot of in May, is you can use bracket orders. You can put out your profit target and stop loss, and then shut down Webull, and everything is automated. You don't have to do anything except for check it at the end of the day, just in case you have any positions still open so that you can close them. So you can see now it came down and tapped my stop loss level again, but it hasn't broken it. And here we are. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. I get stopped out. As soon as it hits 186, I hit my hotkeys to sell. I get filled actually at 187, so that was kind of nice. Saved 1 cent per share. And then you can see my daily P&L there, down 45 cents. So let's take a look at the spreadsheet now. So minus 405. And the account's at 670,407. I mean, this month has been terrible. But the interesting thing is that I've been trading my plan perfectly. A lot of times, if I'll have a red month, which, like I said, in the pre-market, I haven't had a red month since October. And most of that was because I was trading completely differently then. And before that, it was just a kind of roller coaster of green and red. But usually when I was red, it was because I was breaking rules or not really following a plan or strategy, doing random things. And now, I have never been so good about following the plan and the strategy and not breaking rules. And this is the first time, that I did that same thing last month, like no breaking rules, following the plan and the strategy. Same thing in February. That was a green month, small one, but it was still a green month. And January, there was a little bit of, see these yellow trades, that means that I wasn't following my plan and my strategy, and I ended slightly red. And if I didn't take those yellow trades, I would have been green on that month as well. So that month, but still in the pre-market. So what I said earlier was true, that I haven't been red during the pre-market since before November, because here's my pre-market for January. I was green on that, and February green in the pre-market. March was green and had the best month ever. Even with only a 55% win rate, I made over 10.5% on the account. And this month really stinks. My win rate is only 20.69%, and I'm down $47 at this point. So, but the actual percentage of loss is not as bad as it sounds. I'm down 6.5%. It's not great, but I'm nowhere near the percentage win of last month. And the reason why the P&L itself is getting close is because the account has started out much larger this month than last month. Because one of the ways that I am, sorry if you can hear that, my cat is crawling through the window right now. So one of the ways that I am planning on growing this account slowly is whenever I have a green month, like the last so many months, I add that amount into the account. So I made $57.23 strictly from day trading, and then I added another $57.23, and that's why the account went from $664 at the end of the month to $721, because I added the P&L, doubled the P&L, I guess you could say. And now I'm down to $674. So I'm still higher. Technically, I'm higher than where we ended in March. Very little, $10 basically at this point. But I don't know what to say. It's just this has just been a really difficult month, and I still consider this a very successful trading month because I am sticking to my plan and my strategy, and I know over time, I know historically, like I said, since November, if I do that, I'm green. So this is just kind of an anomaly. This is a month where, you're doing everything right and you're still red. It's just the way it is, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just because you have one red month doesn't mean you should go rewrite your trading plan and your strategy. All your other months are green, so keep doing the same thing. And when the market turns around, your discipline and your routine and ability to follow your plan and strategy should pay off. So I think that's everything. And again, just a reminder, in May, I'm going to be trading the open, so look out for those videos. And as always, no matter what, always take your stop loss, honor your profit target, and in the long run, maybe not this month, probably not this month, but in the long run, you should be green. Take care.